Good evening, everybody. If you could take a seat if there's any left open. On-duty crews, obviously, kind of hang out in the back in case you get a call. Good evening. Welcome to our swearing-in and recognition ceremony for this evening. I'm Jason Miller, the Fire Chief here at St. Cloud, and I'm excited to be here where we get to welcome 6 new faces to our department, welcome them to our family, and do some long overdue recognitions. Mayor Nathan Blackwell was supposed to be here this evening, however, he was unable to make it, so we're going to have Councilman Ken Gilbert step up here in just a second and pinch hit for us. I'd like to take a moment and recognize Councilman Gilbert here, Councilman Fletcher, City Manager Veronica Miller, Assistant City Manager Dave Tomac in the back. And I'm going to get this out of the way now because I always forget. Somewhere around here is Janine and Marjorie, who this could not have happened without. Let's give them a round of applause up front because usually it's a last minute thing where I remember, so I wanted to take care of that. And hopefully I'll do it again just to embarrass them some more. But with that, Councilman Gilbert, if you'd come up and do the invocation and pledge, we'd appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief. Can we bow our heads, please? Dear Lord, we come before you today with the asks and the wants of protecting our 6 new firefighters that come protect our city of over 60-some thousand people. Firefighters are an important part of this world, and so are all rescue personnel, and we just want everybody here to pray for them. We want you to recognize them, Lord, as they save lives every day in the city of St. Cloud, and they do it unselfishly. Lord, it's up to you to decide what the future lies, but I know the future is going to be great with these awesome, awesome cadets. We pray to you, we ask you for your glory and your faith in leading us to lead them and this community as we move forward in 2023 and beyond. Amen. Could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Chief.
So before we get started this evening, I'd like to introduce our executive staffs and our chief officers here at the fire department. We have Deputy Chief Irving, who'll be coming up. He'll be the MC this evening. We have Deputy Chief Thompson, who made it by the skin of her teeth. She's had a lot of family problems today, and we're happy to see her. We have Chief Schwan, Chief Moquin, Chief Rodriguez, and Chief Peterson and Frost could not be here this evening. So with that, I'd like to have Chief Irving come up. He's going to act as the MC and lead us on our way.
Thank you. Well, hello, everybody. Here we go. You get the motor mouth. I'll try to keep it short and sweet, I promise, but today's going to be a little different. Today is a special day. So first and foremost, let me get this out of the way and apologize. Some of the members tonight that we're going to recognize in just a few minutes, the recognition is long well overdue. They've been recognized publicly, but we've done a pretty terrible job of doing it. Not going to blame COVID, not going to blame anything other than we owe them a round of gratitude, and tonight we're trying to make that right. So we're going to recognize them for some pretty special stuff. And with that, I don't want to wait any longer because they've waited a long time. So if I could, we're going to start with some commendations. These commendations are presented to individuals of any rank who best exemplify the positive characteristics of the fire service. These individuals give selflessly of themselves in support of the department, the fire service in general, and the community. Run number 2020-800, 900 Alabama structure fire. On February 8th of 2020, C-shift personnel responded to the reports of a structure fire at 900 Alabama Avenue. After arriving on scene of a working fire, crews tirelessly worked as a team to mitigate all hazards and perform life-saving rescues of multiple children inside that residence. Their actions, decision-making, and contribution saved lives on this day. This shift and its members made a difference that day and deserve to be recognized. Will the following personnel please join me up here? Firefighter Craig Bronson, Firefighter Ryan Brumell, Firefighter Ryan Cook, Engineer Colin Dean, Lieutenant Donald Fitzgerald, Assistant Chief Samantha Frost, Lieutenant Marissa Garbade, Firefighter JCS Golding, Engineer Tyler Graves, Firefighter Brandon Hudson, Firefighter Lauren O'Brien, Assistant Chief Chad Peterson, Engineer Michael Sims, Firefighter Teresa Seisel, Firefighter Daniel Thibodeau, Engineer William Tilford, Engineer Ashton Tyson, Lieutenant Robert Wise, Deputy Chief Richard Tonks, and Deputy Chief Lisa Thompson. Yeah, you guys get to be on stage like me. Welcome to the party, boys and girls. Everybody wants to be quiet. So, first off, we're going to discuss some members that will be receiving the unit commendation. These members, if you would just step forward to where you stand, please. Engineer Colin Dean, Lieutenant Marissa Garbade, Firefighter JCS Golding, Firefighter Brandon Hudson, Firefighter Lauren O'Brien, Engineer Michael Sims, Firefighter Teresa Seisel, Engineer Ashton Tyson, Lieutenant Robert Wise, and Deputy Chief Richard Tonks, and Deputy Chief Lisa Thompson. This commendation is our unit commendation. It's awarded to a group of members who have performed their service to the department in a highly commendable manner. Please give them a round of applause. I spoke too quick. Chief's like running now. Sweating already, worse than me. What do we do with our hands? You put it out in front of you, you grasp ever so slightly and chant. Just kidding. All right. If the following members will step forward. Firefighter Craig Bronson, Ryan Brumell, Tyler Graves, Ryan Cook, Donald Fitzgerald, Daniel Thibodeau, William Tilford, and Samantha Frost. These members that just stepped forward, they're going to be receiving the following commendations. A life save. To receive a life-saving medal, the firefighter must be a member of the department who is principally involved in saving the life of another person and whose personal actions were directly responsible for that life-saving act. Also, they will be receiving a Medal of Valor. To receive the Medal of Valor, the firefighter must be a member of the department who, in the performance of their duty while on a call, under hazardous conditions in which the member is confronted with imminent personal risk but had no knowledge prior to that risk, and performs an act conspicuous with heroism, which furthers the highest traditions of the fire service. Ladies and gentlemen, these members put their life on the line, entered a house that was heavily involved, smoke and fire, and through their courage and bravery were able to pull out lives that today you can go and see and smile with. So please join me in a round of applause for that act. Although this next individual cannot be here today, we will recognize him, Assistant Chief Chad Peterson. On behalf of Chad, his crew will be accepting the following commendation, the Meritorious Award. To receive this Meritorious Conduct Medal commendation, the firefighter must be a member of the department who performs a notable act of distinction in the performance of his duty and reflects the integrity and devotion shown by that recipient. Chief Peterson and his leadership that night, all well knowing he was sending his people into a very hazardous environment, his keen decision-making, along with this team that you see behind us, saved lives, and they need to be recognized. Please give him a round of applause, even though he's not here. Like I said when we let off, on behalf of our fire department, our city, I want to thank the men and women standing behind me. They are what St. Cloud Fire Rescue is about. Thank you all, and I'm sorry it took 3 years to award you this way. We got a special group if you can't figure that out already. We're just going to keep on going for a few. So similar to our previous awards, the next commendation, these are going to be presented to individuals of any rank who best exemplify those positive characteristics of the fire service. These individuals also give selflessly of themselves in support of our department, the fire service in general, and their community. Run number 5968, Lakeshore Boat Rescue. On September 11th, 2023, A-Shift personnel responded to reports of a water rescue at the St. Cloud Marina Lakeshore. After arriving on scene, crews quickly identified the need for water rescue of a reported boater that was thrown from his boat. This victim was clinging to life by holding on to a water cooler and he was trying to use as a flotation device. The team worked swiftly in extreme weather to mitigate the scene, launch the rescue boat, and work as one to perform a life-saving rescue. Their actions, decision-making, and contributions saved a life on this day. This shift and its members made the difference that day and deserve to be recognized. Will the following please join me up here? Lieutenant Chris Clausen, Firefighter Craig Bronson, Engineer Raul Ramirez, Lieutenant Carrie Halbin. Don't sprint, Carrie. She just had knee surgery, so been there. That's a tough one. I hope you get well, Carrie. Engineer Jesse Highlander, Firefighter Ian Wolf, Firefighter Sidney Sagal, Firefighter Scott Seaver, and Assistant Chief Jovan Rodriguez. Will the following members step forward? Engineer Raul Ramirez, Lieutenant Carrie Halbin, Engineer Jesse Highlander, Firefighter Ian Wolf, Firefighter Sidney Sagal, Firefighter Scott Seaver. Tonight we want to present you with a unit commendation. This is awarded to a group of members who have performed in service to the department in a highly commendable manner. Without your efforts as a team, this rescue would have never taken place, and we thank you for that. Please give them a round of applause. Yeah, no lateral movements, no lateral movements.
Hold on, I gotta see where it is.
We're taking photos. Will the additional members please step forward? Craig Bronson and Chris Clausen. These members will be receiving the following commendations. Life Save. To repeat, a life save is to receive a life-saving medal. The firefighter must be a member of the department who is principally involved in saving the life of another person and whose personal actions were directly responsible for saving the act, or saving for the life-saving act. My apologies. They'll also be receiving the Medal of Valor. That firefighter must be a member of the department who, in the performance of their duty while on a call, under hazardous conditions in which the member is confronted with imminent personal risk, had no prior knowledge of that risk, performs an act of conspicuous heroism. That is a tough one. We're going to have to change that out. Which furthers the highest traditions of the fire service. Think St. Cloud High School education. I tell you what, I do sound like you. Please give a round of applause for Craig Bronson and Chris Clausen for those words. To give a little context, these two gentlemen were on the boat in torrential downpour, crazy high 2 to 3, 4 foot waves, depends. The fish was this big. But under Captain Clausen here and Firefighter Bronson, they were able to successfully reach that victim. And from what I'm told, the second that gentleman let the cooler go, they almost went under. So these gentlemen were able to position that boat in a very nasty environment, snag this person out of the water, and today that person is living because of their actions, which, I don't know about you, but most of us run inside when there's lightning above, let alone on the water, on a boat, in the rain. So again, we thank you for that. Round of applause, please. So last but not least on this, with the following, please step forward, Chief Jovan Rodriguez. Chief will be receiving the following meritorious commendation. Meritorious to receive this meritorious conduct medal and commendation bar, the firefighter must be a member of the department who performs a notable act of distinction in the performance of duty and reflects the integrity, devotion, and shown by the recipient. So tonight when we give that, to give you a little context, Chief Rodriguez was the incident commander on this call. For anybody that doesn't understand what it is, he's the brains of the operation. what's so crucial to recognize about this specific call is Chief Rodriguez, through his discipline, his training, made a judgment call. And that judgment call was that life over limb out there. His own words, he could see him, he could hear him, and he had a conference with Lieutenant Clausen, Firefighter Bronson, and they decided to put themselves in harm's way for another person. He had to make the conscious effort to send his people out in a very high-risk situation with the full understanding that it could get worse and he could lose some of his people. So for that, we give him this award because that's a decision that many of us will never want to make. So thank you, Chief, for that leadership. One more time, please. I'm usually not a loss for words, but when you're trying to describe these awards and what these people have gone through, that's a different animal. So thanks for making me speechless, guys. Can't you tell? Yeah, I almost cried. So we're going to get into a little more lighthearted stuff now. Next up, we're going to do our recognition commendations. These commendations are presented to individuals of any rank who best exemplify the professionalism of the fire service. These individuals, while performing within their standard expectation of duties, they put others before themselves, and they've provided over and above care and support the community that they serve. Will the following personnel please join me on the stage? Firefighter J.C.S. Golding. Not too close because you're touchy. This is JCS, everybody. So we've titled this Recognition Boots. September 25th, 2023, call 6259. And these are the words of the person that nominated him, by the way. We transported an 8-month-old to St. Cloud Helipad for air transfer to air care. When we arrived, I was told by the flight medic something to the effect of, "Take care of that guy. He gave the mom his boots," pointing at Jasius. I then noticed Jasius was in his socks. I checked with him, and after we had transferred the patient to air care, and he stated that the mom of the patient was wearing sandals, and air care stated she could not fly without closed-toe shoes. Since she had no other shoes, he gave her his boots. He further stated he wasn't going to let her have to leave her child when he could fix the problem. I would sincerely hope anyone in our department would do the same in that situation, but giving up his own boots without a second of hesitation deserves recognition. Jasius's actions made the mother's terrible day a little better and also reflected very highly on our department. The fact that the flight medic mentioned Jasius' actions shows just how impressed he was. Please join me in congratulating Jasius and the difference he made this day. So, if we could, I'd like to welcome up St. Cloud Hospital. They also would like to say a couple of words about JC.
Hopefully I won't be as long as Brian. Do you guys want to come up? So thanks so much. Good evening. Thanks for letting us take a few minutes of your time. I'm Michelle French. I'm the Director of Emergency Services at Orlando Health St. Cloud. Along with me, I have Brian Wetzel, who is the Vice President of Orlando Health and the President of Orlando Health St. Cloud, and Evan Spence, who is our EMS liaison. We're here tonight to honor and commend one of your outstanding colleagues, JCS. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more than what the chief just did. On September 25th, St. Cloud EMS 32 received a call that would test their skills and compassion. They were dispatched to a scene involving an 8-month-old infant who had suffered a fall in their mother's arms. The mother had stumbled over a parking block, wasn't sure if the infant hit his head on the concrete or the tire on the car. So when EMS 32 arrived, they immediately assessed both the mother and the infant, and what they found was the infant had immediate bruising around the left ear and head, a concerning sign that prompted EMS 32 to call Air Care for a pediatric trauma alert. Time was of the essence, and they needed to get the infant to a specialized care as soon as possible. Air Care responded swiftly, arriving at the helipad at Orlando Health St. Cloud within minutes. However, the complication arose that the mother did not have closed-toed shoes, which is a safety issue on the helicopter. As previously stated, JCS without hesitation took his boots off, gave them to the mother so that the mother could travel with her 8-month-old infant to Arnold Palmer Hospital. There was no hesitation when he did that, and this simple yet remarkable act of kindness and compassion made all the difference that day to that mother, to the flight medic that nominated him through them, and then obviously it got back to Evan, our EMS liaison. Upon arrival at Arnold Palmer Hospital, further evaluation revealed several subdural hematomas that required extensive monitoring, including an extended hospital stay for the 8-month-old. The quick response, coordination with Air Care, and JCS's selfless act ensured that this story had a positive outcome. I am thrilled to report that both the mother and the baby are at home, safe and healthy, without the need for surgical intervention for the subdural hematomas. In the fast-paced world of emergency medical services, healthcare, and first response, it is often challenging to receive the recognition you truly deserve. Long, grueling shifts can make it feel that your efforts go unnoticed, but know this: every minute that you spend out there in the field has the potential to make a profound impact on someone's life, just as JCS's decision did that day. Our healthcare environment is constantly changing, demanding adaptability and resilience, yet it is crucial never to lose the compassion and empathy that we have for our patients. Each of you has the power to change the course of someone's life, as evidenced by this family that will forever be grateful for your actions. Tonight, we can commend JCS Golding for his selflessness, quick thinking, and unwavering dedication to our mission. In recognition of his exceptional act, we have prepared a letter of commendation for him, but we've also taken into consideration that he may find himself bootless again in the line of duty. So, and to ensure he is well prepared, we have a little surprise for him. Thank you, JCS, for your heroism and dedication. We are honored to work alongside you and our incredible St. Cloud Fire and EMS partners. Together, we look forward to continuing to make a positive difference in our community every day. Thank you.
I know. You guys got to go over here for a picture. You guys got to go over here for a picture. So just as one more little caveat to this situation, his shift commander requested that we nominate him for Employee of the Month, and he was selected as Employee of the Month for the City of St. Cloud, so he'll be presented with that honor at the November council meeting. I don't think...
Great job, JCS. Thank you, St. Cloud Hospital. Much appreciated for recognizing our personnel. Yeah, we do. JCS, I request you do not put them on in here because he'll clear the room. He has a sock laundry problem, so that'd be great. We'd also like to take a moment to recognize a few other things tonight before we move on. These personnel could not be here, unfortunately, but we still feel it's appropriate that we just tell you their story. Firefighter Ryan Cook, man and a dog. 820 Florida Avenue. This statement came from our patient. I was taken by rescue on 9-9 to St. Cloud Hospital. I'd fallen and was on the floor for about 24 hours. The team got me to safety. There was a member of the team that quickly fed my dog, gave him water, as well as locating my cell phone. The ability to quickly access and meet the needs of an individual in distress is not just a gift. I do not know the young man's name, but I'm in hopes that you will locate him and extend my heartfelt thanks. There was enough to deal with in the hospital without worrying about my dog. This whole team was adept at the job, but this man went well beyond. Please recognize Ryan Cook with a round of applause. The last recognition tonight we would like to extend to firefighter Michael Soto. Unfortunately, he could not be here tonight, and this one is titled The Electrician. Incident 6457, Engine 31 had a call for service at 2576 Lakota Lane for a smell of an electrical outlet short. Engine 31 arrived on scene to the occupant, stating she smells a weird odor coming from her outlet. We inspected the outlet and found it to be shorted out. We spoke to the lady for a while and informed her on how to have the outlet replaced. We removed it and the wires were clamped. When we cleared the call, Michael Soto suggested we should go and buy that lady a new outlet. We were all thinking it, but he's the one who acted on it. Michael Soto purchased a new outlet out of his own pocket and delivered it to the lady. It just made her day, and just by showing such a simple and kind gesture. Would you please congratulate Michael for being outstanding? So, as we move on in our presentation tonight, before I ask Chief Moquin to come up, I just want to give my heartfelt thanks to everyone here. You know, from what you saw tonight, we have some of the best professionals that the fire industry can offer, from saving lives to giving shoes, changing outlets, feeding dogs. We're a jack of all trades, a master of none, but it's what matters in our heart. And I tell everybody, to be a real fireman, you have to have two things, and it starts here. The next is here. You got to be able to use that. I struggle with that part. But if we could, I'd like to push on and get to why a lot of you are here tonight, welcome some of our new family members. So if I could, please have Assistant Chief Chris Moquin come up, and he'll be talking a little bit about new hire class 2302.
Well, yeah, how do you follow that? Thanks, appreciate it. You're welcome. Yeah, no, really appreciate that. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Chris Moquin. I'm Assistant Chief here at St. Cloud Fire Rescue, along with our training collaborative and the wonderful guys and girls of the department help run the training division here. Have the pleasure of the last couple of years of putting a bunch of new hire groups through their training, new hire orientation, and this group was no different. These guys and girls went through, well, there's a bunch of guys this time, I can't say guys and girls, went through a bunch just to get in here, get in the door, testing, physical testing, mental testing, the whole 9 yards, and they made it through. They made it through a pretty grueling 3 weeks of orientation here. I'm not going to take up too much time. I'm going to let someone else have a little speech time here too. So for these guys that come aboard, great job. Again, we're a pleasure to have you here. One of the things I will say to you is just kind of what, I didn't get to spend as much time with you guys as I normally do with the new hire groups. And I kind of feel a little bad about that, but Lisa, one of the things that we did talk about is what you're coming into in this group, and what you're coming into as the fire service, and what you owe, and what you just heard here this morning, or this afternoon, was just a taste of what we're talking about, the customer service that we provide, that level of service we provide to our community, and this is what you guys are going to be charged to uphold. So again, we challenge you, just like we talked about, where's that Maltese Cross come from? Right, the pride, the ownership with everything, red fire trucks, all that good stuff we talked about. This is where it all adds up. This is where it all comes into play. And this is what makes you make these decisions that these guys and girls did here that they just got recognized for a few minutes ago. So again, take this and grow with it, put it in there, and just like Chief Irving just said, it starts in two places. It starts here and it starts there. You guys definitely have it here so far. Keep this growing, and you guys will have a fantastic career. With that being said, the last couple of new hire groups, we've done a few different things. Normally, it's myself and the collaborative, our training partners, that put the new hires through. The last two groups, we actually tried a new system that Chief Irving had come up with, and it's basically we're setting these guys up, guys and girls for that matter, up with a mentor, not just sending them through a new hire academy, but giving them someone to guide them as they go through their first 3 weeks until they get on shift. This way we're not basically just saying, here's the keys, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt anybody else, and they have someone to go to if they have any questions, concerns, comments. It's a big step going from civilian world, going on duty as a firefighter, so they said having someone like that to help guide you through and answer any of those questions and just kind of give you that good direction, we think is pretty special. And for the second time in our new hire groups, Lieutenant Matt Chesler has taken on that responsibility. He has been the basically training coordinator for their new hire class, as well as their mentor. And again, he's done a phenomenal job. So I'm going to have him come up and say a few words and let him explain what he did with our fine men and women here today. Matthew.
Hello. Sorry, who would think a pair of boots would wet so many eyeballs, huh? My God. As they said, I'm Matt Chesler. I'm a lieutenant with St. Cloud. Was this program. About 2 hours ago, Chief Irving told me I'd be up here giving you guys a speech. So, yeah, thanks, buddy. So, during this process, we ran into every speed bump you could possibly think of. I think our first day out on the training grounds, there was first response was doing a testing for another department, which meant there was a whole lot of people hopeful for jobs. I think the SWAT team was out there. I think the K-9 units were out there. I think there was a construction crew out there tearing up all of our grounds. There's people using all our equipment. There was no place to park. There was mud and rain and everything else. And we made it through. So I was talking to Chief Irving about it. I was complaining to him, of course, because we vent at each other. And I said, my God, what hiccups have we come through? And he said to me, he goes, good. I go, what do you mean good? And he goes, I want him to see what the fire service is really about. Too often is the cliche of we adapt and overcome. But literally that's what we had to do this whole 3 weeks with these new hires. And the best compliment I got was from one of them who I was bitching at was that, oh, hey, it felt really smooth. I had no idea. So felt like we did our job. We got through it. Because this was short notice, I left my list in the car of all the names of people I'd like to thank. So thank all of my instructors that were out there to be able to adapt and overcome. It was also the end of the fiscal year, so we didn't have any money to spend when we got through it as well. So thanks for that as well. So with that being said, what's that? Okay, good. Yeah. So just for the next one. Yeah. I appreciate all the instructors. I appreciate everybody making it through, and I'm here to introduce the video so you guys can see what they went through the last couple of weeks. Okay.
So that's just a little snippet of what these men and women go through in our New Hire Academy. It can go anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks. We usually try to land around 3 weeks. And they do a multitude of stuff. You know, sincere, heartfelt thanks to all those training collaborative members and instructors. You know, we often are fortunate enough to go to Indiana, one of the biggest instructor conferences. And I could tell you that every single time that we go and we bring some of our instructors, we find that we have some of the best instructors that this nation has to offer, and I stand by that, and I take a lot of pride in that. Round of applause, please, for all of those instructors. Training is the hub and the heart of a fire department, and you know their dedication and what they commit off shift is really why you got to see some of those recognitions and commendations earlier. I can't state that enough. Before we get into the oath, I just want to say a few words. If the first half of this ceremony wasn't enough, when you raise your hand, and I'm talking to all these new hires, wherever they may be, it's all Cedar Blue. There they are. God, they're good looking. When we raise your hand today, I want you to understand what you're raising your hand for. It is not a boys' club. It is a commitment. When you raise your hand, you're looking at all these people in the audience right now, and you're willing to give them your life and your sacrifice. I know that sounds scary, but not everyone is meant to be a firefighter. There's a reason for that. So when you take that oath today, understand the commitment that you're making, the promise you're making to everyone in this room, but more so the promise you're making to people that you don't even know, that won't remember your name, but they'll remember your face. You're going to be able to walk into their house, and they're going to give you their most prized possessions. Maybe a dog, but it may be their kid. And without any hesitation, they're going to trust you with that most prized possession. That is a level of authority you cannot take for granted. If you've been in any of these ceremonies before, you'll hear me say this because it is the truth. This profession is one of the very few that will take and give everything in your adult life. So, everyone in this room is now family. You're part of an extended family. Take advantage of those relationships and those resources. It is not always rainbows and roses in this line of work. It's not meant to be. But what I can tell you is if you stop and smell the roses, this will be the most rewarding thing you've ever done in your adult life. I wouldn't trade it. Every birthday, every Christmas, every holiday that I've missed, I wouldn't trade it. Sometimes my wife gets on me because she goes, man, you give your best to everyone else. So my challenge to you all is give your best to everyone you meet. Not just the job, but put an extra effort to give it back to your family. Because I'm here to tell you that they are just as much involved in this as you are. Don't lose sight of that. So with that said, let's get you locked in for life. Unless you want to run out the door. Lock it. Bronson, guard it. Oh, okay. Now he doesn't speak English. He can't block the door. Great. Love you, man. All right, please welcome up Louis Perdomo. Also welcome his wife, Tristan Perdomo. She'll be swearing him in, or she'll be pinning him tonight. We have Tristan? Oh, there she is. Oh, and the baby. All right, cool. Twofer. I'll try to speak real loud for everybody. Ready, my man? Here we go. Raise your right hand. I, Louis Perdomo,
I, Louis Perdomo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter
and I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter
for St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department
for St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department
in accordance with the laws,
in accordance with the laws,
ordinances, and orders
ordinances, and orders
governing the department
governing the department
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome to the family. I cut the big man out. It was nice working with everybody.
I think he wants this. Congratulations.
Congratulations. It's a good family, man. Gotta get the big wigs up here, you know? Thank you, Louis. All right, next up, if I could please have Hector Perez and his sister Rochelle, if she's not too shy. And then Chief Rodriguez, please. All right, repeat after me. I, Hector Perez,
I, Hector Perez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter
and I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter
for the St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department,
for the St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department,
in accordance with the laws,
in accordance with the laws,
ordinances, and orders
ordinances, and orders
governing the department
governing the department
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, sir. That's what you get for making fun of her earlier.
We were gonna tell her to go straight in, see what happens.
Good job.
Don't run away, guys. You and your family first, and then I'll jump in.
Congratulations. If I could have Giovanni Mendez, please, Menendez, and his father, Cisco. He told me just to call you Cisco, like I couldn't pronounce the whole thing. I said, all right, let's do this. There we go. All right. All right. You ready? I, Giovanni Menendez,
I, Giovanni Mendez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter. Faithfully discharge.
The duties as a firefighter.
Perfect. For St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department,
For St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department,
in accordance with the laws,
in accordance with laws,
ordinances, and orders
ordinances, and
governing the department
governing the department
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome to the family. We're going to make them write it on the whiteboard 10 times. Do they still do that in school? Like, write that on the board? Is that what it is? Good kid.
Nice father like son, huh?
He set you up. He was supposed to, like, pre-drill those holes for you.
It's hard to get through the fog, you just kind of gotta feel it. There you go.
Well done. Congratulations. If I could have Christian Espinal, please, and his wife Ashley. Welcome, welcome. Hello. All right. Don't be nervous. You can do better than that. All right. Ready? I, Christian Espinal,
I, Christian Espinal,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as a firefighter
for the St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department
for the St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department
in accordance with the laws,
in accordance with the laws,
ordinances, and orders
ordinance, and orders
governing the department
governing the department
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome to the family. Congratulations. I'm going to call him out a little bit. In his interview, he said he makes a mean coffee. Have not gotten one yet. So, and we have, my office is in the same building, so we're just going to put that out there, that he's a liar. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, the bubbler. So, sorry, guys. Golly, I know, it's been a long day. So, if I could, Taylor Farmer, please, and his father, Jeff Farmer. All right, you ready? I, Taylor Farmer,
I, Taylor Farmer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter
for St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department
for St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department
in accordance with the laws,
in accordance with the laws,
ordinances, and orders
ordinances, and orders
governing the department
governing the department
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Congrats. Congratulations. All right. Last but not least, if I could have Aaron Nicholson, please. And pinning him will be Chief Rodriguez. We ready? Oh, you're definitely ready. All right. I, Aaron Nicholson,
I, Aaron Nicholson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as firefighter
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as a firefighter
for the St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department
for the St. Cloud Fire Rescue Department
in accordance with the laws,
in accordance with the laws,
ordinances, and orders
ordinances, and orders
governing the department
governing the department
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome to the family. Congratulations, man. So I'll be kicking this back over to Chief Miller for closing remarks. I just wanted to say thank you all once again for putting up with my shenanigans, as always, and welcome aboard, everybody. One more round of applause.
Talk about a tough act to follow. Look at these guys out here. Chief Irving, thank you for emceeing. Did a great job as always. Guys, you're part of the family now. As Chief Irving touched on earlier, there's no bigger act of trust and faith than is given to the fire service. We notice it every day driving down the road. Subconsciously, consciously, you're driving down the road, somebody looks up in their mirror, they see a fire truck coming up behind them, and they go, oh God, I gotta get out of the way. Right? They look up in the mirror, they see a cop, and they're like, crap, what did I do wrong? That's why firefighters were created, because cops needed heroes too, okay? The reality is, the public trusts us. They love us. Don't mess that up. Have a couple of simple rules. Be nice. Doesn't cost you a dime. Treat every day like it's a job interview, right? Because everybody's watching. We've all seen that. We've all heard that. Go above and beyond. Do those things. Do the right thing when nobody's watching. You do that, you'll have a great career here. You really will. These guys that are out here that received the awards tonight, those that didn't, everybody has that moment. When it comes, take advantage of it. Enjoy it. With that, I want to say thank you for everybody for attending. There's some light refreshments out there. I'm not going to belabor this. Again, I would like to thank Janine and Marjorie, wherever they're at. And thank you one and all for making me look good. It's a tough job. Thank you.